Why are people with high self-esteem always more confident? In fact, they repeat one sentence to themselves every day. By repeating this one sentence daily, they not only boost their self-esteem but also make life more positive. The sentence is simple yet powerful, and you can learn it easily. Even if you start by saying it a bit reluctantly, you'll gradually feel the big changes it brings. Before we reveal it, let's look at a small example to understand the difference in self-esteem. At a friend's gathering, David shared his thoughts, but got no response. He quickly laughed and said, "Maybe I said the wrong thing and bored you," using self-deprecation to ease the awkwardness. Michael, in a similar situation, didn't panic even when no one responded. He stayed calm, naturally finished what he wanted to say, and made his point clear. Samey situation, two very different reactions. David's approach exposed inner insecurity, while Michael's showed stronger self-esteem. The one with higher self-esteem is Michael. People like David, who keep putting themselves down to please others, are showing low self-esteem. People like Michael don't negate themselves just because others don't respond. They stay natural and steady in the conversation. That's a typical sign of high self-esteem. Why is self-esteem so important? Why does everyone talk about it these days? Psychological research shows people with high self-esteem tend to be more positive and make more independent, rational choices. They judge calmly when facing problems and take effective action, which leads to greater life satisfaction. Those who lack self-esteem, however, care too much about others' opinions, constantly deny themselves, and waste energy on self-doubt. Over time, their quality of life declines. So self-esteem isn't abstract. It's a core factor that determines your quality of life. This is HL Whispers. If today's content inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share this warmth with more people. Now, let's see. What is the one sentence people with high self-esteem say to themselves every day? 1. It's okay, I'm already good enough. Say it out loud with me. It's okay, I'm already good enough. Don't underestimate this sentence. It's the simplest yet most powerful way to raise self-esteem. Many people constantly compare themselves to others and end up feeling inadequate everywhere. People with self-esteem choose to affirm themselves. It's okay, I'm fine as I am, and I'm good enough. Emily came home from a class reunion feeling heavy. Everyone had been talking about elite schools for their kids and their husbands' careers, and she felt left behind. On the way home, she kept thinking, "Am I really not as good as they are?" Back home, she stood in front of the mirror, looking at her slightly tired self. A wave of sadness rose, and she gently told herself, "It's okay, I'm already good enough." As she said it, her chest tightened and tears nearly fell. But that sentence made her feel much lighter. She realized that accepting herself matters more than competing with others. From then on, Emily learned to be kind to herself. She stopped obsessing over how well others were doing and slowly discovered there was much in her own life worth cherishing. Psychology calls this self-affirmation. By giving ourselves positive cues, we strengthen self-esteem and reduce our dependence on external evaluations. Research also shows that people who practice self-affirmation more often develop inner security and confidence and stay positive when facing challenges. As Sushi said, "Only by knowing oneself can one be at peace." Only when we truly acknowledge and accept ourselves can we find inner calm in life. Say it again. It's okay. I'm already good enough. This simple sentence continually nourishes your self-esteem and leads you toward a more confident, more at ease life. 2. My feelings matter. Say it out loud. My feelings matter. In life, we often habitually suppress ourselves. To avoid troubling others or ruining the mood, we smile and say, "It's fine," even when we feel wronged. But people with high self-esteem don't easily ignore their own feelings. They tell themselves, "My emotions deserve respect." Jason is a typical example. At home, he always tried to appear strong. At work, he quietly accepted unreasonable demands or colleagues shirking responsibility, bottling up his dissatisfaction. On the surface, he seemed capable of anything, but in truth, he was mentally and physically exhausted by repressed emotions, always saying, "It's nothing. No big deal." Over time, the weight on his heart made it hard to breathe. At a get-together where everyone was sharing their troubles, Jason stayed silent, smiling as he listened, hiding his grievances. On the way home, the pent-up emotions surged. He cried out inside, "Why am I always the one enduring? Why are my feelings always ignored?" In that moment, he told himself for the first time, "My feelings matter, and I have the right to express them." That night, he finally found the courage to tell his wife about the pain he'd been carrying. The long-suppressed emotions were released. From then on, he began to express his feelings and stopped choosing endurance every time. This is how we cultivate assertiveness. Respecting and expressing your emotions is a vital part of self-esteem. Research in psychology also shows people with high self-esteem treat their emotions kindly and express them appropriately, thereby building healthier relationships. As Freud said, repressed emotions never truly disappear. They resurface in other ways. Only by acknowledging and expressing them can we truly protect inner balance. Say it again, "My feelings matter." This sentence reminds you not to ignore yourself and helps you learn to protect your inner world. 3. Today I'm making progress. Say it out loud. Today I'm making progress. People with high self-esteem believe they move forward little by little every day. They don't fear mistakes, they see them as chances to grow. This seemingly simple sentence strongly supports their confidence. Ryan recently took on a crucial project. The pressure made him nervous, and he prepared thoroughly. But on the day of the formal presentation, he made an error in a key data point. In front of the company's most important client, he felt all his efforts were ruined. After the meeting, he sank into self-blame. How could I make such a mistake? Is everything ruined because of me? On the way home, a new thought emerged. It's okay. I made a mistake today, but I'm learning from it. I'm making progress. At first, he doubted whether this could really comfort him. The next day, with a steadier mindset, he proactively communicated with the client and resolved the issue. After that, whenever he noticed even a small improvement, he told himself, "I'm better than yesterday." In this way, he learned to draw strength from failure instead of being crushed by setbacks. This reflects the growth mindset. Carol Dweck's research shows that people with a growth mindset view failure as an opportunity to learn. They don't wallow in self-blame. They reflect and improve. They focus on growth itself, not the frustration that failure brings. This mindset helps people regain confidence and steadily strengthen self-esteem. Daily small gains eventually add up to strong confidence and achievement. As Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every mistake is a step toward success. Say it again. Today, I'm making progress. Even tiny growth can accumulate into massive change. This sentence guards your daily effort and steadily strengthens your self-esteem. 4. I need to respect my own opinions. Say it out loud. I need to respect my own opinions. People with high self-esteem genuinely value their own thoughts. They don't just read the room and conform, they express themselves with courage and composure. This sentence may sound simple, but it's a powerful shield for the self. Jason always felt uneasy at company gatherings, when managers or senior colleagues discussed work and asked, "Jason, what do you think?" He often had a different view, but what he actually said was, "Yes, I agree." Fearful of being rejected, he chose silence over time. He felt more and more stifled. One day the team lead asked again, "You agree, this is the right approach, don't you?" Jason knew clearly, "No, I think differently." In that moment, he told himself, "I need to respect my own opinions." His voice trembled, but he mustered the courage. "Actually, I have a different view. Maybe we could consider another approach." His colleagues were momentarily stunned, then listened seriously. From then on, Jason gradually learned to express himself. Small acts of courage accumulated, And he realized, my viewpoint has value too. Research shows that assertiveness is a core element of self-esteem. When someone respects and voices their thoughts, they're no longer swayed by others' reactions. They act in accordance with their self-respect. Think about the relief and confidence you feel when you finally say what you truly believe. That's your self-esteem quietly growing. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, have the courage to speak your beliefs, even if you are alone. Say it again, I need to respect my own opinions. This sentence helps you build confidence and guides you toward a steadier, more open life. 5. I can do it. Say it out loud, I can do it. People with high self-esteem believe in themselves even in adversity and don't give up easily. They keep telling themselves, I can do it. This belief helps them clear hurdle after hurdle and ultimately succeed. In the face of challenges, this sentence is a powerful inner force. Ryan had always dreamed of starting a business. But once he began, problems piled up, tight funding, blocked market research. People around him said, isn't it too risky to start a business now? He wavered and kept doubting himself. Can I really do this? One day, looking in the mirror, he said softly but firmly, I can do it. At first it felt awkward, but from that day on, every morning he told himself, I can do it, and I will do it. This self-encouragement kept him going. He overcame difficulties one by one and eventually succeeded. What truly sustained him was that short, powerful sentence. I can do it isn't just empty comfort. Behind it lies a strong psychological principle, self-efficacy, the firm belief that I have the ability to accomplish this. Our brains operate according to our beliefs. If you think I can't, your mind and body shift into a failure mode. If you tell yourself I can do it, your brain treats it as a signal, mobilizing energy and attention to move you closer to success. Albert Bandura's research shows that people who believe in their abilities achieve more than those who doubt themselves. As Admiral Yi Sunday Sin once said, as long as I live, I will defeat the enemy. When someone holds firm belief in themselves, they find breakthroughs in difficulty and overcome any challenge. Only when we believe in ourselves can we keep moving toward greater success. Say it again, I can do it. This sentence strengthens your conviction, unlocks your potential, and keeps you moving forward bravely in the face of challenges. What do you think of these 5 sentences? Remember, these simple lines carry tremendous power to raise self-esteem. They may feel awkward at first, but if you keep repeating them, your life will gradually change. If you have your own tips for boosting self-esteem, share them in the comments. You may brighten someone's day. If this content helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with more people. Remember, true change starts with one sentence. HL Whispers will walk with you through every difficult chapter.